Well, for me, it's that time of year. A lot of my Kickstarter books are going to start coming in pretty quickly. This is the first one, and I've been highly anticipating getting this in my hands. So let's check it out. What's going on, everybody? Sean with Hydrasylum Comics here. As you heard at the top, it is that time of year for me where seemingly a lot of my Kickstarters that I got either late last year or very early this year are all kind of starting to come in at once. This is one that I have been very highly anticipating getting my hands on because the first two issues of the main storyline of this have been some of the craziest and most awesome stories that I've read over the last couple of years. So, with that said, let's get into it. I'll show you what it is, and I'll try to give you a little bit of a brief outline on the main story itself, and then talk about what makes this one a little different. So, let me go ahead and get the box open, which I already pre-cut because y'all didn't need to see me fumbling around with that. Alright, so what am I talking about? Let me go ahead and get it out of the bag because I do not want the cover to be overcast. So, this is Bigfoot Knows Karate Hinagon. And let me kind of give y'all a big close-up of this cover so y'all can see. I don't know how well it's translating across the camera, but in person, this cover is stunning. And I do mean stunning. And then the back is just as cool. Yeah. This book looks amazing just on the outside. And then flipping. Ooh, okay. Yes. The first impressions on the inside, this looks insane. So, for anybody who has followed the channel for a little while, you've seen us talk about both issues 1 and 2 of the main storyline of Bigfoot Knows Karate. And it is an amazing story. If you're a big fan of like cryptids and stuff like that, and of course just sci-fi and lots of action, this is a series that you will definitely enjoy. It is exactly what you think it is based on the title, and it is exactly nothing like the title at all. And I think that is probably the coolest thing about this entire series. So, what is different about this one in regards to the main series? The main series itself is done by Casey Torrance Allen and Dan Price, which both of them are writers. Dan does the art and also the lettering. But when they were doing the original book, of course, they got a lot of fan art, which was understandable. And one gentleman named Adam Caswell turned in an amazing print that I believe eventually became a variant cover for issues 1 or 2. I can't remember which one. But they got to talking and had the idea, well, why doesn't Adam do art for an entire issue? And they have side stories that they were planning on doing anyway. So that is where this book is unique in that this is Adam Caswell on art instead of Dan. And Adam, dude, you knocked this out of the park, man. Like I said, just glancing through this book looks absolutely stunning. I cannot wait to read it. So, nice thing is you get these little fun things, and these are character cards. So you got this one. Again, just a small print of something done by Adam. This is super cool. On the back, it's got a little bit of Adam's. Okay, so it's got a little bit of a background on Adam on the back of it. That's actually very cool. And we got this. I believe this might be a sticker. If it is, I got a perfect thing for it now. I've got a guitar project that I'm just going to start sticking stickers on. Here's another very cool character card. This one now has the background for Casey on it, Casey Torrance Allen, which is super cool. And so I can imagine one of these, this one, which again, super dope, has Dan's background on it. And I've not actually had a chance to talk with Adam at all. I've talked with Casey briefly. Hopefully I'll get a chance to really sit down and talk with him one day. But Dan, all of us know, Dan has been at our local Comic-Con the last 2 years. I believe he's going to be there this year, which, by the way, Dan, if you watch this video, I'm going to be there this year. I am breaking my cherry for Comic-Con. I'm going to go to my very first one. So definitely going to get to meet you face to face, shake your hand, have a cool conversation. So I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, they're all very, very cool people. Dan has been more than kind in just being friends with us, and how he's spoken about the channel and everything. So just Dan, from all of us here, just know we're very grateful to call you a friend, and also for all of the kind words. And I guess while I'm babbling here real quick, I have one more thing, which is that, and I love this. I really love this. This is kind of brings me back to when I first discovered the first issue on Kickstarter and backed it. So, but yeah, so that's basically the unboxing portion. I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to read it, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to give you a very brief review. I'm not going to go as in depth as I normally do because I don't want to spoil it. I just want to give you my thoughts on the story itself, and we'll just see what we think. So, magical reset here in just a second, and I'll be back to give you that review. Alright, so now that I've had a chance to read this book, let me share my thoughts. First off, wow. That's all I can say. Visually, this book is a storytelling spectacle. If you are a fan of the original Frank Miller's Ronin, or even the current Ronin 2 run from Frank Miller Presents, that's a lot of what this book is like. It's all black and white ink. It's these big, epic panels that do quite a bit of the storytelling. There's not a lot of external dialogue between characters. There's a lot of exposition that's doing a lot of the filling in between the pictures. But yeah, that's a lot of how the story is told, and Adam absolutely nailed the art on this. Just I was honestly in awe for a lot of the book. That's the best way to put it. This is a bit of an origin story. You learn more about Benny, or Benjamin as he's called in this book, who is Bigfoot. But you also learn about one of the main villains in the main storyline, Daisuke. This is very much how he comes to be. And I think it's a really cool thing that they did this in a one-shot versus trying to fill it out over some like flashback panels in the main storyline. I like that because now I've got this. You've got a bit of an origin story. Now, just going from issue 3 forward, which I hope is coming to Kickstarter soon, you have just that much more understanding, and the main story makes a lot of sense. And even for me, having read issues 1 and 2, some of the questions I had now answered. So the story is just that much better for me. So I realize that is a very kind of glaring overview, but trust me when I say that you need to head to Lesser Known Comics website, purchase this book. I know digitally it is available now. I'm not sure when physical copies will be available, but I'm super excited for anyone who maybe is interested on everything based on what I've talked about to check this entire series out. The whole thing should be up there, issues 1 and 2 plus this one. Like I said, hopefully sometime later this year, issue 3 will be coming to Kickstarter, and we'll probably have it either late this year or early next year. But yeah, that is my unboxing and review of Bigfoot Knows Karate Hinagon. Definitely check out the story. If you're someone who's a fan of the series and has read it up to this point, leave a comment. Spread the love. Tell people that they need to read this book because it is awesome. Dan, Casey, Adam, mwah, that's all I can say. So, with that said, I'm going to get out of your hair. Keep an eye out. We've got more unboxings, many more shorts. We've got a whole plan for that coming. And, as always, hug your loved ones. I will catch everyone next time. Later.